the best deck, Freaky Link for an OTS championship. Deck was really good. Sadly, I didn't get to play Dragons because the deck's bad, but I beat it in Swiss, so that was cool. I went in Swiss 3-1-1, and then I just cooked the top cut. My very, very hard matchups that I played were round 1 was Tempai, I 2-0'd him. Round 2 was... what was it? Oh, Musketeers, the deck I refused to read the cards from fully. 2-0'd it. And then round 3 I played against Hero, and then I got 2-0'd really, really fast.
Yeah, I have it. That was fun.
Oh, what was me? Round 4 I drew versus Memento. I had no way to trigger my Lacrima because I had to burn all my resources to out a Griffin that Eva reborn from the graveyard, so that was fun. And then round 4, that was 4. And then round 5 I played versus Dragon Link, and it's Dragon Link, so I 2-0'd it because I know that deck. Top cut was Snake Eye Fiendsmith, 2-1. Shout out to this card for getting me my invite. And then top 4 was Fiendsmith, not Fiendsmith, it was Memento again. And then shout out to all these cards for beating that deck finally. And then the finals was Shierro. Shout out to, I don't think I resolved any of these cards in the side that I remember.
I don't think so.
No, yeah, no. Shout out to this card and these cards for helping me because those cards were kind of impactful. That was it. Deck was really good. I'd probably change it a lot again. But yeah, main deck for the starters: 3 Lotus, 3 Throne, Freaky Forming, and then 1-for-1. These are just the best 1-card starters you have access to in the deck, except this card. This card's yeah. But you need to play all these. This card is everything in the deck. If you can resolve Throne, you probably just win the game. This card's ridiculous. Unless your opponent opens Triple Breaker, then you just cry. Or if it's Tempai, you just kind of cry. For the other starters, 2 Freaky Beasts, 1 Chaos Summoning Beast, Triple Gates, and then 2 Squirmer. 2 and 2 is fine. You don't need more. After testing it and clearing out these ratios with my friend Eric, who also played the deck and got 3rd at the OTS we played, and then at another one, we just came to the conclusion that you only need 2 of these, and it also comes up in just deciding patterns as well. So just 2 is fine. You do need to play this though if you choose to not play Almirage. If you decide to play Almirage in the extra deck, you don't have to play this. But because we just opted not to have more slots in the extra for actual cards that are better, you're kind of just forced to play the Beast. That's about it. For the Yubels, 2 Spirit, 1 OG, 1 Terror, and then 1 Pain. You don't need more of this. Don't play Mature Chronicle either. Those cards are all bad. Don't play Eternal Favorite. That card's also bad. Don't play more of this. This is bad. Don't play more of this. This is bad. And don't play the 3rd one. That's also bad. These cards are bad, but they're really good. But they're also really, really bad. Shout out to these cards for being in my hand the entire turn and having a context use immediately with them. Really cool. Shout out to them. 3 Engraver, best card in the deck. Shout out to Fabled Lurie. I resolved it once where I was able to discard it off Phantasme and then reborn it. That was cool. And then 1 Tracked. That's all you need. I was testing 2 of this for the longest, but I came to the realization that it's only kind of good if you play Necroquip, but because we don't play it, there's no reason to play more than 1. And once you resolve it once, you only really need to keep the Engravers in rotation to just continuously apply pressure to either remake Lacrima to reborn the Desiree if it gets outed, or to just be able to send stuff off of the Requiem by Engraver sending a Requiem and a body, which is just all you really need. And then just 1 Sharvara and 1 Escape. A lot of people are playing Chamber. That is incorrect. This card is better. This card beats Tempai. Chamber makes it where you just lose to Tempai, and Tempai unironically triple board breaker shifter, it just beats you, and this is how you beat that. And on top of it, this part of your end board versus specifically card decks Fire and In the Mirror matter more because being able to proc the bodies off of their board, or getting rid of the Throne, or even the Birth, the opening, is more value than just being able to link during their turn, especially because everybody's on Bistfield, everybody's on Called By, and all these cards that specifically target the graveyard where make it where Escape is just not Escape, Chamber is inherently just worse. So we just opted to play this, and this card overperformed the entirety of the event. For the non-engine, shout out to these cards because every time I opened these in combination with my hand, I felt crazy. There's a lot of times post-side, I literally would just draw like a Bistio and Phantasmate, and it was just wraps. You only need one of each, in my opinion. You can play 2 Druids, but we just decided, we decided to play 1, 1, and 1 just to not to clog in names. And then for the other necessary non-engine cards, 3 Veiler, 3 Ash, 3 Rock, shout out to this card, and then 3 Imperm. This is really standard, nothing more. And then that's it for the main deck, clean 43.
43 main deck?
43. It's as clean as we could get it. You can play 40 and just not play like the Bestials or side some of them, but it's just like, I think you have to main them. And shout out to Mark too. For the extra deck, the cool stuff. 1 Requiem, 1 Sequence, 1 Goddess. You need to play these. If your deck can play them, I think you should. Super good. Muckracker comes up for some of the lines where you don't open a way to your Yubel cards, but it also comes up in some of the alternate M boards where you just end on this, OG Yubel, Lotus, Caesar, and like Rage and stuff. SP Little Knight, really cool guy. Rage and Yama, you only need 1. I want to play 2 of this, but there's no room. And then Caesar, Varudras, these cards are crazy. This card comes up more than this in some game states. Well, not game states, but just hands. But you can usually make this over this. But the times you can make this, you should definitely make it. Cards are just absurd. Ending on this, Desiree, Rage, Phantom, and then like a bunch of recoveries, like ridiculous. You're just never losing that game. Oh. And the fusions, 1 Lacrima, 1 Aerial Leader, Hebe Eden, and then 1 Desiree. And then finally, 3 Phantom of Yubel, my beloved. You have to play 3 in my opinion. I tried for the longest playing 2 and playing like Necroquip or Almirage or like Apollosa, but Apollosa is bad. Almirage only comes up if you play none of the beasts. I mean none of the Chaos Beasts. And then Necroquip comes up, but like the lines that it comes up are so like insignificant to where like this is just better to have because there's a lot of game states you can literally just sit on 2 during your combo in order to like insulate yourself from like Nib Imperm and Nib Bistio, which is just like way more like likely to happen than you like just opening unplayable a lot of the times. And then tokens and extra deck cards. Shout out to Eric for this. That was it for these extra for the side. 3 fantastic guy, really cool guy. Drew me a lot of hands. Helped me kill. What is that one deck called? Muskets, because I still refuse to read those cards fully. 3 Cosmic, never resolved it. 3 Talents, resolved it like every time I drew it, which is really nice. That's a lie, because I didn't resolve it against Dylan. And I drew it. I had to discard it. The 3 Take cards, these cards are absurd. These in combination with Talent make it where like every deck, especially the Mirror Post side, you literally have a, what do they call it? I don't give a fuck disease, and you just break their board like nothing. And then the Go First cards, 1 Called By, 1 Rivalry, 1 Anti-Spell. They're not banned, so auto win with your end board, and then just Shifter and Molcharmy. Sometimes you have to let the Molcharmy resolve, sadly, but yeah. That's it for the deck list and everything. Shoutouts to Eric Garde for helping me build this deck and playing it. Shout out to Craig Smith for being my opponent in the finals. Shout out to Gigi Wagio for teaching me how to hand trap that deck. Shout out to Eva Lees for getting to play her like 2 times and then finally beating the deck. Shout outs to German for letting me resolve this in Top Gun, which is not allowed. And then shout out to Jesus, he knows. And that'll be it. See you guys.